I done showed you guys mad proof about who I am and why I'm here. And as long as you all keep ignoring me and not paying attention to the fact that this is what it is, and I told you it's the eradication of materialism. All of this materialism has been destined to be destroyed. And the people that's going to be destroyed with all the materialism is the person who benefit the most from this shit being everywhere. And it's you Caucasian people. Everywhere I try to go on the planet, you guys have stolen everything plus enslaved us for so long and benefited off of using us by not letting us have anything. You were able to sell us everything we need and then set up circumstances where when we owe you and not able to pay for the debt you forced us in after making us work so long without paying us, then you come and just confiscate everything from us. So I see my race, my species of melanated people on this earth is dying or going to prison, and it's all at the hands of you inconsiderate white people, and I know that. And I see white people and everything at the freaking at the day labor place, all our asses trying to get work, and we all sitting around, and all of us are all saying, you know what, the Mexican, every place you go get sent out for day labor work, the crew, the people that have a regular job that's working there are all Mexicans, and I guarantee you most of them are illegals that was brought here from Mexico. So our government is deliberately not only destroying the black race, they're destroying you white people too. And you guys are just not aware of that. Your brains are moving too slow to see that they are killing y'all too. And all you people here in Vancouver, Washington, Portland, Oregon, the Dalles, all over these states up here, you guys don't understand that you are targeted more than anyone for eradication because of the privilege of living in these states that are highly prized by the people who wants to move here from other countries and repopulate this soil. So I'm just telling you all this because they're not telling you all that, but I can see it. I can see it with my pineal gland. When I go out looking for jobs in the daytime and I see white men out there having the same struggle of finding a job as I do, but I don't see any Mexicans, any Mexican men at the day labor place. I don't see them there. And I'm not saying that to pick on Mexican men. I'm saying that to point out to you that the government of this country is deliberately causing stumble blocks and incompletions for the normal recipients of this country are deliberately being attacked by the government and put under circumstances of failure so the banks can have the right to take your homes from you. And that's exactly why this universe energy that I brought with me, that I tell you is the cosmic forces, the elemental forces, the 7 planets, okay? 7 cosmic forces are all here calculating minds. They can make weather formations get together and cause circumstances like this to eradicate every person off this earth. And the ones that's not going to be eradicated will be put into the light ships and kept into the light ships until the availability of this earth has been returned, where the seeds of the people can be put back on the earth. That means that people will be put back on the earth, men and women, large numbers of people, put in segments all over the planet with permission to have intercourse and repopulate the earth without worrying about no white man who done fucked everything up, telling you that he's putting you in prison for non-payment of child support. That's what this is all about. The eradication of you Caucasian people. I'm letting you know that right now. And you can see they're getting bold with it because they're going to places like Disneyland now, where only y'all asses could be the ones damn near who can afford to be having your ass sleep up in here when the earth starts swallowing your ass, sending you to hell. And that's just what this is. You got the newscasters making it be all more pleasant than it is, but I'm telling you the truth. All y'all rich asses was up in his sleep, living large off earth, while you got other people walking around with backpacks on, sleeping under the bridge and stuff, and the earth just turned their head, and no people getting together working as a unity to make sure this type of shit is not going on our earth. We all supposed to be responsible for each other, but we've let these people teach us, be out for yourself, don't worry about all that, that ain't the way to act. Thinking about other people will get you messed up. Because of their laws and their lawyers and everything, and encouraging people to sue the Good Samaritan, and that's why all that's going on. Otherwise, people no one could be living in a nice, fancy, luxury type of neighborhood like this, where you got so much money to go to Disneyland. But since you needed to go to Disneyland, you needed to spend the night in this luscious ass hotel that the average person can't spend a night in here. If they needed to sleep here to get out of the elements from freezing and dying, they can't. But some people are so damn rich, they can come here and rent these places just so they can go to Disneyland. If you think I'm lying, let's go back. Listen for yourself.
And continues to sink another. It happened early this morning. 35 guests at the Summer Bay Resort were rushed out of the building to safety. People woke up.
She said 35 guests at the Summer Bay Resort, all right? Now listen to this. Sinkhole swallowing Florida Resort. This is a resort, a huge one, a nice one. You can see how expensive it is. The average person is not going to be in there, all right? You're going to pay some cash. This looks a lavish neighborhood like Waikoloa, Hawaii, where they have those people that build houses in neighborhoods like this build mostly $5 million homes or plus. Okay, this is a resort, which means that they're dropping cash when they stay here. They're going on excursions and all kind of stuff right around Florida. This is near Disneyland, so you better believe they are paying some money. Whoever's you're wealthy if you're coming to this resort, and you're probably just staying here just so you can go to Disneyland. This is the stuff I'm talking about. The has and has not, the disadvantages of being privileged and underprivileged.
In the middle of the night to a cracking sound. Minutes later, they were told to get out as fast as they could.
Big popping noise, cracking, glass breaking, just...
This is nature declaring war on you guys, getting back at you for all the murdering of her animals and her fish and everything. And you guys have depleted everything and stole the resources of the earth and built these luscious places for yourselves. Okay, and then you so cold-blooded with it. After you do that and you can't find nothing else to do to start making yourself more rich, what do? You come up with a plan to break everybody in America by bringing outside labor in, the Mexicans. We'll bring them in and give them all the jobs. And when we give them all the jobs, that'll leave the American people with no jobs, and then they can't pay for their houses, and then the banks can steal their houses, and then as we kill them by putting them in jail or putting them in circumstances of homelessness, and they get tuberculosis and everything that'll make them eventually end up in the jailhouse or the hospital. Either way, we getting them out of population. And we'll just keep resupplying America's soil with the Mexicans and move them out of Mexico, and then we'll move all these rich white people that want to live in Mexico anyway to Mexico after we move all the Mexican people out, because they'll leave Mexico to come here to America to work. And we can go deeper south where the sun is better and more warmer for us. And then we'll reestablish all our existence down there in Tijuana and places like that, because we done moved all the people that was indentured, the people that was there already, and we moved them out and moved them to the Americas. Let them deal with the cold. And I mean, America's nice, but it does have coldness that Mexico doesn't, and it further south doesn't. So that's what they're doing. They're moving all the Mexican people up here to America. They're going to break all the American citizens by not giving you work and every damn thing, all right? Use the concentration camps to kill all our asses too. Get this soil all eradicated of who they don't want here, the undesirables. Pop it full of the Mexicans who's going to be working cheap ass labor. They got that plan forever as they plan. Keep them working as cheap as possible forever. You know, because there's a whole lot of them that live in one house and all get along with each other. You know what I'm saying? As long as we keep them hating their blackness. But once they start waking up to their blackness, there'll be a problem. But it's okay, because we'll be done establish a whole new quadrant of white people down here in Mexico. And so we'll just have all them here, building in numbers, because we living good, eating fat, not working hard, because we got all the Mexicans working. And we killed so many American citizens that we're super wealthy now, because we stole all their wealth when we killed them. So this is what they're doing. And this is nature coming at them saying, no, see, because I see what you're up to. But you didn't plan on this. You didn't plan on the SARS showing up with the Federation. And you didn't plan on the Federation making all these sinkholes and everything to see why they trying to shoot they move around the world and attack everybody else. Me and the Federation is attacking their asses. You see, this is disturbing to them. Do you know how much money they're going to lose by the eradication of this right here? And now people, if you got any damn sense, you won't be running your ass into Disneyland, because they're letting you know, I'll sink this right here today, and tomorrow when you have your ass in the damn hoopty-loopty, swoopty-boopty, and the teleporter and the rotor and all the the cyclone and all that old shit. You think you're going to get you a administered ride from the park? Guess what? The universe is going to hop in and make that ride all the more challenging for your ass. When you damn roller coaster in and you watch the damn ground open up and the roller coaster start falling in the hole as you coming down the damn slope. Okay, imagine that. You coming down the slope right here, and then you see the whole roller coaster going into the damn sinkhole. See, that's what it's all about. It's the destruction of their money. And once their money is destroyed, they gonna kill each other. I already know that. I'm getting their ass off this planet because their plan to keep with me. I'm doing the same thing with them.
Chaos to parts of the northern.
And see, all this stuff over here in the Philippines and all over the earth is because the universe is using this water to clean this bullshit up. All these places they're making drugs and all that stuff that they're doing is all coming to an end. All of it is destroying their infrastructure. Please believe me. That's what you see what I'm talking about? This is what it's all about. Destroying their money producing sectors that they got all over the planet. Look at the poor lady on there. She got washed away. See in there?
It brought down power lines and caused destruction that's yet to be fully assessed as it battered coastal and mountainous regions in the north of the country. Typhoon Utor is the most powerful to have hit the Philippines this year, and it's also being described as the strongest so far anywhere in the world in 2013. It brought down power lines and caused destruction that's yet to be fully assessed as it battered coastal and mountainous regions in the north of the country.
Japanese children cool off at a water park in Tokyo as a heat wave sweeps the country. Parents say the unusually hot weather has made it difficult to find outdoor summer activities for their children. Residents.
The white man took his ass here too. Look.
Children cool off at a water.
Made everybody white. See, that's what he does. Everywhere he goes, he devours and destroys the melanin that the universe made here. Try to culture in existence
Park
from
in
only
Tokyo
himself.
as a heat.
See, all this land over here used to be all black people. They went over there and made it so hard to be black and survive that everybody deliberately started breeding blackness out of themselves, just like what you Mexican people are doing now. Just like what you black women are doing too when you put those blonde wigs on. I know everybody get tired of hearing this, but I've been instructed by the universe to preach this to you so you can know how come this judgment is upon us. The people that the universe put on this earth is melanated people. I mean people that you all call black, that look like the soil. This evil white man has come on earth and caused so much problems and so much hatred with his perpetuation of his image as God. And his way of stealing every damn thing and depriving everyone and only giving privileges to white people has made China be so targeted for destruction because they have completely eradicated all that blackness. Look, all of that blackness is gone. Look, this is what they got planned for us all over the earth, that we be treated so bad and so untouchables is what they call them in India. And everywhere you go, people got these dumbass attitudes that you're supposed to be better than black people. But you want to hear something funny? Here in Vancouver, I talk to a lot of white men that's down and out just like me and not doing well. And they all know that we all been fucked real good. They all know it. There is so much unity, not as much as I would like to see, but there is so much unity between black men and white men now that it's never been there before. I'm talking about genuine too, because the white man is starting to see. I see them out there, they doing bad too. And you know what? People think that I'm hateful, but I'm not. I just got a job to do. And when I say the white man has done this, I mean in general, your governments, okay? Obama's sitting up as the president of the United States and his pigments doesn't